Hey guys, what is up? Kieran here with another Call of Duty Ghost class setup tutorial. In this video we will be specialising the FAD assault rifle, or FAD if you will. As usual we will be doing a K.E.M, assault, support, rush and a hidden class. So without any further ado, let's jump into it. Starting off with the K.E.M class, we have the FAD with 3 attachments, as you may have noticed, which are red dot, suppressor and foregrip. Red dot and grip are mainly because you need to maintain maximum accuracy with this gun, as the kick is wild on this. So every bullet does count in this case. The suppressor also because if you're new to K.E.Ms, you are going to need to be silenced to remain undetected by the enemy. If you do camp in one spot, however, they will clock onto you and will come and get you, so you do need to be moving around at the minimum every 3 odd kills. So that is an essential. Moving on to perks, we've got the sleight of hand for fast reloading if you're in a sticky situation, dead silence so that the enemy cannot hear you. However, if they do have the amplify perk on, they will be able to hear you with ease and pinpoint your position. So dead silence does cut off half the people on the game, I'd say. There is a lot of people who use sound to their advantage on this game. Focus, you do die a lot easier in this game, so you need to be getting all your bullets onto the enemy even while being shot at to be able to get them down before they get you down. Fully loaded, if you're going after a K.E.M, you do want to stick with the same gun rather than having to pick up an unsilenced gun or a terrible gun or something out of a gun box, which is something like the honey badger. I know it's suppressed, but what if it's got 3 round bursts on without you knowing? Go up to someone, they shoot, and then it ends up being 3 round bursts and it ends up getting you killed on a street. So fully loaded is an essential for a K.E.M, I'd say. As is the scavenger when you get to your specialist perks. It doesn't really matter where you put it. If you've got fully loaded to start off with, I would suggest putting scavenger in also, because you will run out of bullets. Maybe not if you've got extended mags on, but if you don't, you definitely need both. Starting off, I've got the ready up because once again you need that first bullet advantage. ICU, you do die easier, so you regenerate health faster if you run around the corner to reload or whatever. Scavenger, once again, to pick up them scav packs, keep with the same gun. Amplify, you can hear the enemy sneaking up behind you, whether they are dead silence equipped or not. We'll skip the gambler for a second. We've got the dead eye because if those of you that don't know, if I just go on to it now. If I just go to the description, it says consecutive kills increase the chance to deal more damage with bullet weapons. So every few bullets, I don't know the actual percentage, but yeah, every few bullets it increases the damage, and the higher the streak I believe, the more damage them bullets carry. So you're more likely to get them down in less bullets on a high streak. Gambler, you've got 1 space left. You may as well use it to get a good perk. You could get blast shield, but then again you could get overkill, which is pretty pointless. Moving on to the assault, we've got the FAD with the grip and suppressor. Grip for accuracy. The iron sights aren't too bad. They will do. You don't need 3 attachments for this. Instead I've replaced that with the Deadeye perk. Silencer, again, you need to remain hidden with this gun. It is a pretty pretty huge gun. It is hard to move around with unless you've got agility and things on. I know the mobility is the same with all the other assault rifles, I believe, but with this I do have suppressor because you're going to be staying in the same spot quite often. Sleight of hand once again, for same reasons: quicker reloading, dead silence to remain out of the hearing range of the enemy unless they do have amplify. So that could be a downfall. You could swap that out for amplify if you're going to be sitting around in the same spot quite a lot. If you are running around with assault, then you do have the scavenger. Even if you're trying to camp, there will be enemies and friends falling beside you, so you can get them scav packs up. You could always replace that with fully loaded if you really wanted to. Moving on to the assault package, you don't really need to have a certain setup. It's just whatever suits you. The vulture and the dog is a good link up. They do work well together. You could have the IMS and sentry gun and something else because they do defend objectives. It depends what game mode you're playing as well. I wouldn't suggest putting a Loki on in SNR. I know you could get over 15 kills, but it's pretty unlikely to get it in a streak. So yeah, that's the assault class. Moving on to support, we've got muzzle brake and grip. You are going to be running around a lot more. As you can see, we've got the agility on the go. so you are going to be pretty fast moving with this. The muzzle brake is for that extra damage. Grip links up with the steady aim perk which I've put on. You can hip fire and remain accurate, which is always good when you're rushing around corners. I do not have ready up on this. If you don't want on the go, you could always swap it out for ready up, which could always be useful. Dead silence, you don't want to be heard sneaking up on the enemy round the back of their spawn if that's what you're trying to do. On domination as well, the blast shield will help you out when you are trying to cap a flag, say on Warhawk B. That is a pretty hard flag to get yours, so that could help quite a lot. Not a lot of people do run lethal. As you can see, I hardly ever run secondary, lethal or tactical. It's all about the perks for me. Saivan, once again, you can reload faster. One downfall to this class setup: if you do have on the go on and no secondary, you cannot reload cancel if someone jumps around the corner at a wrong time. But that's only going to happen like once every, I don't know, 10 games or something like that. And also moving on to the strike package, starting off, you could have anything. It's completely up to you. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. It's just whatever suits you, whatever game mode. Like SNR or S&D, I just use SATCOM and ballistic vest and ammo crate. But that's again up to you. Moving on to the rush, you've got even more speed perks like ready up, on the go, agility, marathon and scavenger, because you're running around a lot more, so you're going to be picking up scav packs a lot more. You aren't going to stay alive for as long to use up all your fully loaded, so scavenger is more efficient. Sit rep, you're rushing around, you don't want to be blown up by an ID in a doorway. However, you can outrun them. I've done it a few times, but that's not a promise. It could always blow you up. And then you've got gambler again, one extra space. Always put gambler on if you've got an extra space, unless you need ready up or on the go or something like that. But gambler is the main perk if you've got one space left. It could end up with Deadeye, you never know. It could help you win a gunfight if you're getting onto a streak. I know you're on support. I would suggest using support in rush classes, but you could be using assault. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. Depends what you're rushing for. So yeah, that could help quite a lot. That gambler. Sorry, I skipped the gun, but muzzle brake for that extra damage if you accidentally, like not accidentally, but if you can't get your bullet onto the enemy quick enough, that muzzle brake will increase the damage, as you can see in the weapon stats. And the grip for extra accuracy, as the kick on this is mental. Moving on to the hidden, we have a suppressor, grip and thermal. A lot of you will disagree with the thermal. You could change it to another site if you really wanted to, but with this you can have it as a red dot or a thermal. It does switch, as you can see in the description of it there. You could get long kills with this class, and you could get short range kills with this class. Grip keeps the accuracy up on them long shots, and suppressor to remain hidden, as this class is called hidden. Takedown, because good teammates, once again, you may have heard me say this in my other class setup videos, it does keep you hidden from the enemy. Like a good teammate always looks at where their teammates have died to like pinpoint the enemy's position to stop their team dying a lot if it's in a game mode such as TDM where kills do count. Blind eye, because you don't want to be seen by an oracle system if you're on a streak, or if you're on an open map. The last thing you want is for a battle hind to be shooting at you. So that's why I've got that there. Incog, you could be there lying down in a corner of the map, side of the map, in a bush, whatever. You don't want someone to be using thermal. I know they don't use it quite that often, but most snipers that I've seen do use thermal, so they could get a one shot on you if you're not using incog. This keeps you hidden from the enemy, and it is super effective. I would recommend it highly if you're going after streaks on a map such as Stormfront or Stonehaven, where they use tons of snipers. That's like the main gun on them large maps. So yeah, extra attachment, obviously you need that there, and fully loaded, you're not going to be running out into the open to where the dead bodies are for scavenger. And if you don't have this on, you're only going to have the starting bullets, which isn't that many. So that's why I've got fully loaded on. Moving on to the assault or strike package, sorry, you could use any. It doesn't really matter. It depends what you're aiming for. Could have specialist if these perks aren't enough. Could have support if you want to like be a sneaky destroyer. Could have ground jammer on. You could have your own satcom to like counterfeit them, or you could have the night owl. But night owl does give away your position. Like, noticing it shows up on the map, but if it's above you, they are going to know whereabouts you are. So that's completely up to you. So coming to the end of the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Add in the comment section below what you think of this setup, if it's helped you in any way at all. Subscribe if you want to see more of my class setup. Sorry, I'm going to be uploading one video a day. As I said at the start of the video, I'm going to be moving through the guns one at a time, from assault rifle right the way through to riot shield, then to the combat knife. So without further ado, I'll leave you to get on with your YouTubing. Hope you have a good day.